I think it's inevitable at the moment that people are very aware of the various challenges that are hitting the higher education sector at the moment. But I think one of the key takeaways is, despite that, we're still a really strong sector. We're really excellent. People still want to experience higher education. So there's space for optimism. I think that events like student accommodation are really important for the sector. I think by coming and talking to people who are really involved on a day-to-day basis, you can see where there's space for hope.
What I really enjoyed was my fellow panellists as well, providing evidence just to show how good this sector is, how good it is for students, how good it is for the UK, how good it is for international students, and really, I say, readdressing a balance. I think events like today are fantastic for the industry. It's so much more than the networking and the learning even. I think it's the ability to come together as a sector and discuss the issues that really matter.
I think people are being really challenged now to make sure that everything that they do is really well thought through in terms of who are the people who are going to be living here, what is it they want from their experience, and it's challenging all kinds of providers to think more carefully about what that service and that experience looks like. And so really it's about knowing your market as well as you possibly can and being able to provide a type of stock that really works in that market and for the people who are going to be living there.
I think the key takeaway for me is you need to understand your market in a lot more detail than you ever have done before. And your customer is starting to change as well. And they have a different approach. And they're young people who've always lived in the electronic world, and they take their knowledge and they learn what they're looking for, not from the channels that we have historically used.
I think it's really encouraging that providers and universities alike are starting to investigate new ways of working. You look at the University of Edinburgh, what they've done, an amazing Hollerith scheme, and some other non-en-suite products, smaller clusters that have many more students sharing. I think there's a range of things that now, as the sector matures, it really starts to embrace. I think that's a good thing.
I think there were some amazing ideas at the Student Conference. Twipes were incredible, and they've got an amazing product and it's patented, and I think ultimately the innovation that comes out of these student conferences is incredible. I think there's definitely value in having both communities, students and people who work in that industry. I think it's rare they come together in a way like this and actually talk and actually hear each other's ideas. To have those students pitch to people who are slightly older but more experienced and within their own industries is awesome.
How I feel about winning the prize, I just feel a bit ecstatic. Like, we have matched funding, so this means that we can really have our first production run get really on the way, and it was really interesting to see. I actually made some really good connections before the pitch, talking to people who run student accommodation, welcome packs and everything that they give to the students. It was a really good in for our product.
Well, I think overall, first of all, the innovation zones have been a fantastic innovation for this year, and the student experience zone was excellent. We had some fantastic young entrepreneurs pitching their ideas, and some of them were remarkably well developed and well suited to the audience, so that was really exciting. We had some great research presented by Askball on connected living and what 14 to 16 year olds are going to be bringing to the party in a few years' time and what their concerns and issues are going to be. I think student accommodation is a well-established investment class, we all know that, it's not going anywhere. But I think there's still a lot of opportunity for growth in the UK and diversification, I would say. We do need in the sector to see more of a range of product offered to students. There is an affordability issue that needs to be addressed by the sector, and I think that's something we're going to have to do as a whole. I don't think it's something that any one provider is going to be able to solve themselves. Well, events like the Property Week Student Accommodation Conference are really vital for people as a central point in the year to come together and discuss emerging trends and developments, and really just to network with each other and build new connections across the sector, because actually it's quite a collaborative sector, it's quite an open sector, there's a lot to learn and everyone's really excited about learning from each other and sharing new developments.